Hey guys, Monkey's Nuts come here. Been a little while since I've done one of these videos, so I figured I'd do one on this quite nice warm day. Bloody hell, she was in the middle of the road. So yeah, in this little video, I'm gonna try and do it around these track days that I do. I haven't really explained much about them, you see. So I figured I'd do a little video on them, explaining how they work and stuff like that, costs and stuff as well, because they are actually really affordable. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, it's incredibly affordable, really. I mean, they're much cheaper than other kind of track days. Depending on which track you go to, you've got, they are normally about 150 to about, well, I mean, they range all the way up to 300, 400 quid for a day, to be honest. I don't quite know how many times you get to go on the track for that. But in comparison, the track that I go to, it's £20 for 10 laps, or it's £50 for 30 laps. So obviously you're getting a tenner off if you get the more, but the whole purpose of it is because obviously 10 laps is a session, and they only have a number of sessions, especially if it's more busy and stuff like that through the day. So if you get there spot bang dead early, the earliest you can get, it's gonna be about, you could probably get fit 5-6 sessions in a day. Obviously you need breaks to let the car cool down and things like that, but I mean, whenever I go there, I normally do 3 to 4 sessions, so I don't go mad or anything. It's just I do like a comfortable amount, so sort of like it gives the car good breaks in between it and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, for me it's fully affordable. I mean, obviously you got to pay like a little couple of quid at the gate to get in and stuff like that, but other than that, it's an amazing day out, to be honest. The track itself is quite a small track. It's a go-kart track basically. So you can't go up to a massive amount of speed. I mean, the most I've ever got up to is about 70, 80. But the track is more designed for the handling of your car, handling, braking, acceleration. Well, actually, you don't have to do that much braking when you get like fully used to the track and everything. You can do it in such a way where you don't have to brake and things like that. So yeah, there's not really been much changes in the car. All I've been doing is getting new tyres and stuff. I've recently had new brakes. That was a hassle. I ended up with 4 sets of brakes at one point because the previous owner had, or one of the previous owners had done a brake upgrade on the car. So they'd put petrol brakes on a diesel car, which is good because oh, just dying. That's good because it means that sort of like the brakes are a lot better quality. They're bigger. They have a better braking efficiency. The only downside is that I didn't know about that. So obviously I just bought what I thought was right for the make of the car, going by the reg and everything. And obviously that was wrong. Which is what I found out a good couple of times. So anyway, it all got sorted out in the end. I seeked professional advice and managed to get the right ones eventually after he actually ordered them himself. As I said, right, at the end of the day, you know a bit more about this, so you know if sort of like if they're going to be right or wrong, so you just order them. So it's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. So yeah, I've got a nice little mechanic friend now. What's this guy doing? Why is he running in the road? Why couldn't he? What's he doing? Oh, he's picked up some. Oh, he's dropped like a. I don't know if it's him, but he's dropped something in the road anyway. Put the aircon on. So yeah, I've got this little mechanic friend. He's incredibly reasonable. I normally give him a little bit extra because sort of like he does a good job. So yeah, that's that bit. He could do pretty much everything on my car, really. I did have a crash the other day. No fault of mine. I was simply stopped at a junction waiting to pull out, and a lady went straight into the back of me. All the back of my bumper was all smashed in, crunched in. I'll probably stick a picture of that up here. So yeah, I mean, I was obviously not gonna. I wasn't gonna go down insurance route for something like that because it's just not worth it. And she was more than happy to pay for the cost of the damage and everything. However, after establishing that this car isn't actually worth a lot of money, unfortunately, I mean, even though from my point of view it's a really good car and it's probably worth a good 1,500, the value isn't there anymore, unfortunately, in the car. Even though they're becoming quite rare, they're more of them are dying off every day. It's sort of like, it's one of them things, really. So unfortunately, it's indicating right. Is he going right? No, he's going left. Or straight on, or whatever it is. So unfortunately, because sort of the value isn't there, I mean, I established that it was a bit mean to get this lady to pay 400 quid for basically something that, basically 400 quid for a repair on a car that's worth near enough double that. So I felt like it was going to be a bit pointless to spend that much money on one essence of the vehicle, where realistically, at the end of the day, that little dent isn't going to make any difference. I managed to push it out anyway. It was just the scuffs, and it needed bodywork repair on it. I'm going a bit slow here. Oh, it's really busy as well. No point in overtaking. So yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was no. After I tidied it up a little bit, it was no skin off my back to sort of like just leave it as it was. So yeah, that was sort of. I just said to her, look, I'm not fussed about the money side of things, so yeah, let's just call it a day. And she was more than happy with that, obviously, because it means that she's not paying out. So yeah, it wasn't the biggest of crashes in the world. I mean, it looked worse than it actually was, to be fair. It didn't do anything structural. So yeah, I mean, it's sort of, it's one of them things, really. I just, in the spur of the moment, you want them to get the repair done and get the sort of like give you the money for the repair and everything. I wasn't angry with her or anything. At the end of the day, it was a very slow crash, because I was looking in that mirror, actually, as I was looking that way to wait for a gap to pull out in the traffic, and I could see her creep up, and she was looking right as well, and she just totally missed me, and it was only the slightest of clips, but yeah, unfortunately, it was just one of these things that happened. She said it was her fault and everything, so, oh, that guy's smelling his pits. Oh, he's getting her to smell his pits. Dirty dog. So yeah, I mean, these things happen, bumps happen. At the end of the day, there's like millions of cars on the road. Obviously, the bumps are going to happen, so you can't get personal about it, really, if sort of these things happen, because they're going to happen at some point. So I mean, I was happy because it didn't involve my insurance, didn't bookmate me, so yeah, I'm happy. So that's it, really. Yeah, so back to track day. When I do it, I don't push my car to the absolute max. Okay, I might go like as fast as I can on the corners and stuff like that, but in terms of the actual revving and everything like that, these cars are not meant to be like driven hard like that. Like, okay, this car's got someone's put a limiter on this car to make you sort of like make sure you don't blow up the engine type of thing. But unfortunately, the turbo is pushing too much boost, which long run is bad, obviously, because it puts more wear and tear on the car. Short run, I mean, I don't even think it like increases the power anymore. I mean, I've almost perfected the airflow, which obviously means cooler air, cooler combustion, better power, that type of thing. I've come across a couple of issues with regards to the air system. I wanted a tube through the front of the car. I can't get that anymore because it's got metal, what's it called? Reinforcement for the front of the vehicle, basically, where the radiator is and everything. It's got metal plates, so I can't go through any of them. Well, I could if I got like a proper steel cutter, but I don't want to faff about and make permanent changes to the car like that, really. So yeah, I mean, that's just, he's pulling a bit soon, yeah, because there's a car there. So yeah, I mean, it's one of them things, really. I don't want to go defacing my car permanently. I'd like to, okay, yes, at the end of the day, when I do come to sell this car, there's not going to be anything wrong with it, but it's not going to have any value to it. So I don't think in the end of the day it really matters if I do things like that. But when you get into the realm of changing the structure of the car and doing things to structural components like that, then I'm not too happy about doing things like that, because obviously you're risking the rigidity of the chassis, really, and the bodywork. So I don't think it's really worth doing things like that. But anyway, that's just one little thing. So yeah, I mean, a hell of a lot of people normally turn up to these track days, and it's just a whole load of fun. I mean, everyone there is friendly and sort of like everyone enjoys themselves. Go left and avoid all that traffic. It's not traffic really, but it's traffic lights. It just means going over speed bumps. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them things, really. I'm just sort of, yeah, I do really enjoy going there. Only downside is that it's quite a drive up there. It's Wigan it's based, which is a good hour and a half away for me. Oh god, more traffic here now. So yeah, I mean, it's one of them things. It's sort of, it is worth it though, don't get me wrong. I mean, whenever I go there, I always have loads of fun and stuff. So it's sort of, oh bloody hell, there is a lot of traffic. Where's he going? He's going right. Gonna try and cut past the traffic? Yeah, he's gonna try and cut past the traffic. So I mean, yeah, it's, if anyone wanted to go and do it, then I'd say that they should really go and do it. So, but it's one of them things, really, to be honest. But yeah, getting some stairs. Oh. There's no point going that way, really. I go right, I'm gonna go that way. Don't know what he's doing. Oh, you gonna let me go? So yeah, I mean, it's one of them things, to be honest. But I'd like to go there with someone, you know, someone else to sort of like go up there, drive up there with, have maybe like a little bit of a race on the track. They do say no racing, however these things end up happening at some point. The track is that short, that sort of like, it is quite difficult to overtake someone. There's only really a couple of places to overtake, and overtaking in the bends is something that I'm not too happy with, because overtaking in a bend, it runs a lot of risks. So it's one of them things, really. Yeah, I mean, like I say, load of fun, really cheap as well. People are there friendly, marshals are friendly. So yeah, I mean, my car is perfectly set up for it, really. The chassis is perfect. I've never been in a car with a better chassis setup than this. In the corners, it's just flat. It is rock solid flat. The only thing that I would complain about is it's lacking in a bit of feel at the moment. I was going to get it polybushed. That was the next on the list. But once again, it's looking at the cost and the worth. It's going to cost a good 300 to 400 to get it fully polybushed. Everything on it polybushed. So it gets to that thing again where, is it really worth it? But I'm more than happy with putting up. Oh, just better run. Leg side flex. Go, go, go. I'm more than happy with putting up with just, you know, sort of getting along with it as it is. I am a bit careful because I'm wary that I've got to get this car to last me until at least Christmas time now. I'm looking at my next car already, but that is purely and simply the fact that is purely and simply just wanting to know what kind of thing I'm going to be looking at for the money that I'm going to have at the time. So next car, I would like it to be an Octavia VRS. That is what I would very much like it to be. I have seen an 08 plate going for about £2,500. It's like a stealth black one, all black wheels, got blacked out windows. It looks really, really nice, to be honest. But we'll see. There's a number of things. Clio Renault Sports, so those type of Clios, they're quite sort of like affordable. They have issues with clutches of them though, so I don't know. I would like an older Clio 182 because I really do like them, and they're bloody fast they are. But once again, it's just sort of like getting around there and sort of like just seeing what's actually out there at the time. Unfortunately, the thing that I dislike is there's a lot of, when you go on things like Auto Trader, eBay, things like that, there's a lot of cars there that are being sold that they look totally standard. Like, there's nothing special about them. Fucking hell, what the hell is this parked there for? It's right opposite a junction. Fucking hell. Yeah. What are you doing, silly old man? Fucking hell, you're an idiot. Why the hell would you park right there opposite that kind of junction? But like I say, I mean, it's one of them things. It's sort of, I'll just have to see what comes around at the time. I'd like to get something. See, the thing is, car-wise, I'm trying to go away from the whole kiddie type of thing. That's why I got this, because it's a diesel. It's not really a kiddie type of thing. It's more of a professional car, sort of like that I can use on the track and in sort of like every day as well. So this is like a good all-round car. It can be fuel efficient when you want it to, especially on the motorway. It can be fuel efficient. Around town, not so. On the track, definitely not so much. But actually, surprisingly, on the track, it doesn't use much more than normal, to be honest. So it's one of them things to be. You've got to get used to it, really, and obviously knowing how to drive the car and everything. But yeah, next car, I don't know. I would like it to be something rear-wheel drive, so I can have a bit of fun on the track with it. But realistically, rear-wheel drive, you're looking at like older BMWs and older Mercedes, which are rust buckets. They are just horrible, especially the BMW on the arches. So yeah, it's one of them things. I'll just have to see. I'm looking at more of a bigger car though, to be honest. That's why I'm into the Skodas. I wouldn't mind a BMW though. You can get kind of like those type of shaped BMWs, which I think look really good, but the engines on them are a bit But at the end of the day, it's getting to the point where I want something that's just fuel efficient. Not because I need it, just because it's a bit more relaxing. This car is okay. I've got used to it, but it is surprisingly uncomfortable, especially for people who aren't used to the whole car thing, and aren't used to the whole race car setup. I'm just gonna have to go now. So I mean, it's one of them things, but I'm happy with the power that this has got. It's got like a comfortable amount. I don't think there's ever been any times where I've wanted to have more power. It's just one of the things. I'm happy with it. to be honest, I'm happy with the car. There's no real reason for me to get rid of it, just apart from the fact that I'd like to change. So it's just one of them things, really. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've probably been talking long enough, so I'll probably just call this a day now. So yeah, hopefully I'll try and get back into the little gist of... Ooh, where's he going? Oh, he's going that way. I'll try and get back into the little... the mode of doing all these videos and stuff. Oh, not risking that. But yeah, it's one of the things, to be honest. But oh, it's been a good catch up anyway. Oh, that Ford maybe took a little bit of a risk. Haven't really been doing that many observations today. Oh, biker. Should I give it a rev? See if he'll race me. Race. I can't even say race. I said race with a W then. Oh, pitching. Looks like he was going to go for the biker then. Giving it a little bit of a rev, but I don't think he can hear me over his own bike. Well, he did a wheelie then. I mean, that was impressive. I didn't even expect him to do that. He didn't even look like he floored it. Surprised about that. Do you think, like, I wouldn't stand a chance against a bike? No, I mean, my car's fast and all, especially on the track, but no way would anyone stand a chance against a bike, to be fair. Only if, like, you had a Ferrari or something like that. See, he's just gone. I would like a bike though, you know. One day, when I'm a bit tired of my life, I'll get a bike and then we'll see. But see, look, he's going all the way down there. Oh well. Bye, biker. Yep, he's like pretty much in Prestatyn already. Oh well. But yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. I'll try and make it a bit more interesting for the next one instead of me just rambling on. I used to do my little observation videos, didn't I? And it's got a bit. God, he must be hot. That bloody jumper. Oh, he looked at me. He's still looking at me. Oh well. But yeah. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.